Hello. Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's section of reads. These readings are valid for whenever you come to them. That being said, for the tarot version, I'm using the Ghost Tarot by, I always mess up his name, Davide, David Cossey? You can see the spelling. That way if you want to find this deck. There's also the website here on the back, which this camera is giving the clear version of that. For the Oracle cards, Magical Spell cards, I love this deck, by Lucy Cavendish, illustrated by Jesse Reish, and down there at the bottom is hayhouse.com if you're interested to check all that out. And last but not least, I use dice too. I use a 22-sided dice, substituting 22 for 0 for the Fool, 14-sided dice for the Minor Arcana, and a 4-sided dice to choose the element that's matching up with the Minor Arcana. It's from the dice. They're from the Dice Shop. The website is mathartfun.com. Feel free to check those out if you're interested. That being said, of course, if you'd like a reading from me, shoot me an email, james4astral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below. Same email. So let's go ahead and get into your reading. Hello, Leo. Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. These readings are valid for whenever you come to them. That being said, what do we have for Leo? I'm just like eyeing these cards. They're some pretty strong cards. So how many of these are major arcana? 3. In the center, there's 3 out of the 4 major arcana, and the one that's not a major arcana is like the King of Wands, which is kind of like the Leo card in my opinion. King and Queen of Wands, I think of Leo, usually. Sometimes Aries, but usually Leo. Success. So, now this is interesting. This card coming up, I think of Leo as being very confident. Maybe it's not so much the confidence in yourself, but the confidence that you did what was needed to be done. This is going to be an after-the-fact thing where somebody looks back and goes, oh, Leo, you made a mess of that. Maybe not. Maybe not. Let's keep that in mind, because sometimes people just like to blame Leo because it didn't go where they wanted it to. Sure, the kitchen was a mess. Sure, the house was ripped all to pieces. But it was fixable, and we had to replace some things that needed to be replaced, and it kept somebody else from getting control of something they shouldn't have had control of to begin with. So let's keep that in mind as we go forward. People may not like what you've done. People might try to make you look like you're the bad guy. Doesn't mean you're actually the bad guy. Let's keep that in mind. Or bad person. We're going to need a gender with that. Whatever's going on here, we got the, is that the page? Yeah, I think this is the Page of Swords. What is that little thing at the top there? I don't know what that thing is at the top. I think it looks like a knight helmet, but I thought well, it does look like a knight helmet, but I'm taking this as the page. It could be the knight, but whatever was going on in the past, there was some active communication that I feel like didn't really work to your advantage. Active communication that didn't work to your advantage. Are we correct with that? I'm getting like this weird, somebody's almost trying to set you up type energy. 3 of Swords, Empress reversed, and then this, which I read these as the page, but it could be the knight, just to be fair. Either way, it's information that did not serve you, and somebody purposefully set this up to make you look like you're the bad person. Like you're the problem. The reason they did that was to try to give themselves the advantage. If they had it in their head, if they put you at disadvantage, they put themselves at advantage. Doesn't mean that's actually how that worked out, but still. This makes you very unhappy for obvious reasons. And it seems to be holding you down a little bit. It does seem to be holding you down a little bit. Now, when I say a little bit, it doesn't mean you're not going to do anything, but it seems like I feel restricted, or I feel like I have to be very careful about how I handle certain things. Mind you, you are fire. You're the leader of fire the way I read you. Leo is the leader of fire. They just are. Your energy's coming in. You got... It's almost like all three. Is that... Like, I feel like all three energies of fire are coming in. You got Sag, Aries, and Leo. All of this is coming in. Like, you're full fire mode comes in. And you do what you do. Is it good? Is it bad? It's a general read. I don't know. You tell me. What you do what you do for whatever you have to do something. There's a moment people are trying to restrict you. People are trying to keep you from doing what you do. I feel like I'm held down for it for a little while. It's holding me down for a little while. Then it's like I can't take it anymore. Boom, and I just do what I do. I feel like full fire, all three levels of fire, doing what I gotta do, and somebody. I cringe when I say this. Somebody was a flat-out fool. That's what it was. But somebody thought they had control of you. That's why, no. Even the most chill Leos, you can't control them, really. You're going to do what you're going to do. Every now and then, it's just going to be what it's going to be. And people who think they can control Leos, I just think that's a fool's errand. Like, you can't control a Leo. You can make your point to a Leo, you can ask Leo for help, you can ask for Leo's consideration, but you're not going to control Leo. And you break free of this. Boom. And, you know, there's some fallout from this. There's some fallout. There's going to be, Okay, so there's some fallout, but can we get a little bit more about this moment when it happens? I don't feel bad about it. I don't know if I'm supposed to, but I don't. Yeah, some truth comes forward really strong. Ooh. You got the Three of Cups on the dice, and you got the Hermit reversed, which is telling me it's all out there. It's all out there. If something needed to be said, or something was trying to not be said, it got said. It got said. That's what I'm getting from this situation. Sometimes we have to go through these rough spots in life so that the truth can come out and clear up the situation. This also reminds me of, like, sometimes people don't like the way certain things are said. I just gave this analogy for Aries, I believe, and I'll get pretty much the same one, I think. It's kind of like saying, like, somebody gives you food and you're like, you don't like it. It's the difference between saying, oh, I just don't think it's for me, versus kind of like, you know what, I don't know how a human can consume that and not die. That's so bad. It's a difference. You're making your point both ways, but there's a difference. One's a little bit more impactful than the other. Drama, whatever. I don't even know. It kind of makes me laugh, but it's like, I don't have any Leo in my chart that I'm aware of off the top of my head, but I have some Aries, and I'm just like, I've done that, where I've said stuff, and it's like, I mean, I shouldn't have said it that way. I agree with you, but I didn't mean it. Something comes forward, people don't like something. All right, then they don't like it. I don't know why. I'm just like, I'm already over it. Before it even happened, I'm already over it. Like, oh, they didn't like that. Well, par for the course. There's going to be a sorting out from this afterwards. Okay. That's the High Priestess. But I keep feeling like there's judgment weighing in the balance. I don't see the Judgment card out here, but I keep feeling like judgment is weighing in the balance. Because when I'm seeing the High Priestess here, the way that one scroll is just kind of levitating above her hand, I feel like that's judgment weighing in like just waiting to be given. And this, however it works out, it's meant to be for the best for the majority. It's meant to be the best for the majority. All right. So you say what you say, you do what you do, it works out. Going into the next piece of this, I don't think you're going to be a fan about how it works out, but that may be your stepping stone to move on to the next energy in some version or other. It might be helping you make a decision. Hierophant comes in, Four of Swords reversed. Whatever's going on as a result of this, I don't think you're going to be happy. And I don't really think anybody else really either, quite frankly. I'm not really seeing anybody being happy, which is, I don't know. I just don't see it. So there's no healing in this situation. There's no things improving. When I say I don't see anybody being happy, nothing good is coming from this. Some people just kind of flourish in that type of energy anyway. So some people might be technically, well, they might act happy or whatever. Maybe they're happy, they're whatever. But that's probably because they consume a negative energy anyway. So even if somebody seems happy, it's just because they're creating discord and they thrive on discord. I wouldn't invest in that. I would just see it for what it is. As this moves forward beyond that, they're saying you don't have to act like you're happy with it. Because whatever it is really causing a lot of problems for you. You don't have to act like you like it. And they're kind of saying it's probably in your better interest to not act like you like it. You don't have to act like you like it. Or like you're okay with it, or that you even agree with it. What you could choose to do, a possibility for something you could handle it with, is to like align with those who align with you and just acknowledge that you're blocked in this situation, that this is not a place you can flourish. Whatever's going on here, it doesn't mean you have to stop moving forward, but it does have to be acknowledged that you are blocked here. There's a difference between not moving forward and being blocked. When you're blocked, you're like, all right, this is blocked. I can't get in this door. I need to do something else. If I need to find shelter, this door is not going to provide it for me. I need to find it somewhere else. When you're doing inaction, you're just kind of like going, oh, this door is blocked. I guess I'm just going to stand here until it's not, or I guess this is just my fate to stand here and look at this blocked door. That's the difference I'm trying to say here. You don't have to act like you're like, okay, they said I have to just stand here and look at this door. That's what they're saying because of what I did. I just have to stand here and look at it. You don't have to agree with that. You can go, okay, this door is locked. I can't go in there. I need to make different choices because I'm blocked here. I need to do something else. I hope that made sense, because this situation is not meant for you to accept it like you're limited. It's kind of like saying, I can live in this house, but I'm only allowed in these 2 rooms. I can only go into the kitchen and the bathroom. And then I can't go anywhere else in the house. If I need to take a nap, I got to sleep in the kitchen or the bathroom. I'm just allowed. And you don't have to accept that. They're saying, realize that you're blocked. You're only blocked and you can only go into the living room and the kitchen. Or what do they say? The kitchen, the bathroom and the kitchen, whatever. Doesn't mean you should accept that. It should be like, this situation maybe isn't for you. Maybe there's something else that needs to change here. That's what it's meant to do. That's where this is meant to go. What is that? People putting up with this. Okay, so they got the Ace of Cups and the Death card. People who are putting up with this, if you just decide to disconnect yourself from it, or you change how you're handling it. For example, if this is a job situation, it may just mean that the unit you're in, for example, if this is a corporate situation or something like that, it could just be the job that you have in this business is just not where you're going to flourish. You're going to have to change your job. Could be something like that, different unit, something like that. If it's a family situation, maybe you have to move. Maybe you have to stop associating with certain people. It could be something like that. But as you remove yourself from this connection, other people may get healing in a very peculiar way, because Leo is extremely strong, in my opinion. You're one of the strongest signs in the zodiac. There's 4 of you, actually, that are leader, very strong energies. When you remove yourself from this and you're not taking on that burden, if you will, other people have to. And then they're going to be really sorry that you're not there for the wrong reason. That's why it's peculiar. That's why I say it's peculiar. They'll be sorry you're not there for the wrong reason, but then that'll also push them in the same spotlight where, okay, now you have to deal with it. Now it's your turn. Leo put up with a lot of this and took on a lot. Oh, you didn't think it was that bad, but now you see. Now you see what Leo took on, and you can't even do half of that. Let's remember that. Again, peculiar healing for them. Very peculiar is what I'm getting. Healing in a weird, odd way. You got a whole new, you got a new beginning. Like literally, it's saying you have a new beginning coming in. A whole new beginning. Fresh start coming in for you. Oh, this was face down. Ace of Cups is waiting for you. It's almost like it's darkest before the dawn. This is painful. This is uncomfortable. I don't see you really enjoying the whole process, just to be fair. But it's kind of saying, yeah, but you got something better waiting for you. And you got something, you got the Ace of Cups. This was like face down. So like when I was reading, I saw this. Like I know something new is coming. I didn't realize it was the Ace of Cups waiting for you. So if this is what it takes for you to get what you really, really want in life, I guess that's good, right? Sorta. I mean, I'm not saying you have. I'm not saying you're going to enjoy the process. That's what I keep saying. But if it at least leads to something better, all right. Well, at least there's that. I don't know. I just don't see you skipping down the street. I just don't see you skipping down the street saying, hey, I got pushed down 3 flights of stairs. I feel great. I don't see that. That's all I'm saying. But it's kind of like after you got pushed down the 3 flights of stairs, you got $1 million after that for going through all your troubles. Well, at least I got that. Free and clear after the healing. You know what I mean? Not $1 million to heal, but $1 million free and clear after the healing. I'm just saying. At least I got that. I don't know. I feel like the ending feels very peculiar. It feels very peculiar to me. The healing thing there with the people around it, and then the outcome is wonderful. It's a great outcome to get to, but like all the ridiculousness to get there, it feels like a lot. But even for a Leo, it feels like a lot. But like at least it's coming out in your favor in the end. At least it's coming out in the end in your favor, because I feel like it's very obvious that not always does it happen that way. It doesn't always go out your way. At least it doesn't always turn into a good thing at the end, I should say. But this one is. Are we good? All right. I'm going to shut this down here. Hope that helps. Thank you very much for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below. Same email. Thanks again for watching. Have a great day.